Greetings and salutations, folks. How you doing? I hope everybody's doing well. So this video is a result of a download or a transmission that came to me this week regarding how we currently go about conveying messages to people, particularly our loved ones or the people that we communicate with on a regular basis in our lives. And again, this is a learning lesson example for me as well. Have you ever been in a conversation with somebody that via a text message where it was something kind of important and something that you wrote to them or that they wrote to you was completely misconstrued and misinterpreted, and it turned into a big disagreement? I think that's happened to a lot of us. And the reasoning behind it is that when you send a text message to somebody, there's no emotion in that. You can use all the emojis in the world and it doesn't matter. You don't know how that person is interpreting your message. It's entirely different when somebody hears the tone of your voice, hears the modulation of each word and how it's pronounced, how they see the look on your face if you're staring at them or if you're with them. It makes such a big difference. And these are things that are so important for our socialization skills. I just listened to a podcast recently where somebody had said, statistically, at this day and age with kids being so attached and using social media and electronic devices to communicate, their capacity to interact with other people is severely diminished because they have such easy access to be able to communicate through these devices. And that was scary to me as a mom with 2 kids. I have kids that don't use cell phones yet, but they already definitely have an eye on phones, and my 7-year-old has already said he can't wait till he has one. Well, knowing that it could impact the way that they socialize has really opened my eyes to a whole other aspect of why phones can be bad for you. Now, I'm not downing phones. Again, everything that I put in these videos is take it or leave it, because in many ways, I can't live without my phone and it's an amazing thing. But when you send a text message to somebody, it really can be so misinterpreted and it's so impersonal, because it's so much more meaningful when you hear from somebody or when you see somebody. So what I'm going to start doing, and this is a warning to the people in my life, I'm going to start calling people instead of text messaging, especially when it's like, hey, do you want to get together sometime or make a plan? Not so much, hey, can you grab milk at the grocery store? Like something like that I think is appropriate for text messaging. But if it's something that's meaningful or has some sort of emotion behind it, I really think it's important for us to try to be better about connecting with people on a more emotional level, because we're losing that. We're losing that capacity to be able to have that connection. And the more we lose that, the further away we get from our source. And maybe this is sparking something in you like, gee, yeah, I remember that one time where this happened to me and that really sucked. Because I love that person a lot and I didn't mean to give them the wrong impression. So maybe we can try to look at different ways of improving our communication skills, because I really think that that's going to be so beneficial, not just to us individually, but to everybody around us that we want to maintain a beautiful relationship with. If you hate somebody and you want them to go to hell, yeah, maybe you should just keep texting them. Because whatever you put out there with a text message, they'll interpret it in their own way and you'll never see what their reactions are. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so easy to bully over the internet. And kids are dealing with that now too. It's so easy to put out a nasty message to somebody through a text message or through Facebook or whatever social media platform, And these kids, they're so cruel to each other. You can't see the emotion behind their response to what you send to them for a message. It's so powerful. We need to just be more connected on an emotional level. And I think that's going to improve everybody's outlook. We need to disengage our old habits and the habits instilled in us regarding how we communicate, because we're drifting farther and farther away from our connections to each other by not connecting on a more emotional level. So here it is, folks. When it comes to text messaging, keep it short and sweet. Use it for the things that don't matter. If there's something that matters to you that you don't want somebody to misinterpret or get the wrong idea about, call them. Or some phones even have that voice texting thing where you can actually record your voice and then send them the message to listen to. That's a great idea. I don't know why more people don't do that. Keep it short and simple. For the things that matter, make sure that you reach out to the person so that they know the emotion behind your intention. It's so important. I think that's what this message is mainly about. So this one's a little bit shorter today. Thank you for listening. If I've impacted your day in any way, in a positive way, please share these videos with somebody that you think might like to see them. And I will hopefully be connecting again with you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.